Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. I'm Charles with Knotthead Custom Sawing, and today we're going to show you how we extend some box beams using a handy dandy jig we made using Chad's CNC router. And oh, look at that. I work a lot with my buddy Chad, who has Earl's Woodworks. You might see his sign back there in the background. You can check him out on Instagram if you like. His handle on there is @Earl's Woodworks. I work in his shop with him quite a bit. We work on a lot of projects together. And right behind me you'll see a Shop Saber Pro 408 CNC. It's a nice router machine. We built a bunch of box beams that are 11 feet long, and the customer needs them extended. We made a nice jig to extend these box beams from 11 feet to whatever the customer wants. The way that the jig is going to work is we'll put it over the beam and we'll cut a mortise on one side and a tenon on the other side so that the two beams can be joined together lengthwise. Really, in this kind of situation, you can have a beam whatever length you want, not just whatever material you can get. So anyways, today we're in Chad's shop, Earl's Woodworks. We're using his CNC from Shop Saber. It's a Shop Saber Pro 408 to make a jig and then cut our joints. It's kind of hard to tell in the video, but when we built these box beams, they are miter locked together. Let's see if we can get to where we can see one. Right there you can see the miter lock. That's how we constructed them, so it's 3 separate pieces with the miter lock joint there, freeboard miter lock. We'll put that together in another video, show you how we built those beams in another video. But there you can see the miter lock. There you go, now you can see it. But we'll put that together in another video. This one here, we're just showing you the faux mortise and tenon to be able to extend these beams from 11 or 12 feet, whatever your material is, to something longer. Like here, this one here is 22. But if you just add another one down there, you'd be at 33. So, easy way to make longer beam. The jig is pretty simple. It's just 3 pieces of plywood that are simply stapled and then screwed together. Just sized to fit right over the actual beam. So it works out pretty good. Jigs are awesome. We came up with a handy dandy jig to cut some mortises and some tenons on these box beams. This jig that we made is pretty simple to use. Just has a tenon on one side, pattern for a tenon on one side, pattern for a mortise on the other side, and a couple of holes in it. The holes are for the wooden dowel plugs that would simulate the dowels that like lock the joint together. So Right there you can see there's the holes. Line up with those. Tenon lines up with that. Just slips over. Clamp it down, do your cutting. Oh yeah. So we're using the Porter cable, 3.5 horse, 7518 variable speed router for the Big Daddy router bit. This router bit is 6 flute, spiral cutter, got the big bearing, so it's flush cut pattern bit. This bit is only available from William Ing's woodworking school. He has these custom made, and they cut pretty awesome, I must say. We've been using them for a long time. The big router is 3.5 horsepower, I believe. But we also have a quick chuck on it. Let me show you that. So that's a quick chuck. The quick chuck is pretty awesome. Has a set screw in it that you tighten the bit down with. That way you don't have a bunch of wrenches you gotta mess with. Get the bit in there. Snug down the set screw, and bam, you're ready to go. This quick release chuck is available in our Amazon shop. I will link to it below the video in the description so that you can check it out if you want one. But they are pretty awesome. 1/2 inch. Already set up for the Porter cable router, so you just screw it on there instead of a regular collet, and no more wrenches to mess with, just a set screw. Pretty sweet. So this jig is really easy to use. We just slip it over the end of the beam, mark out where we want our joint to be with a Sharpie, cut it out with a jigsaw, and then we'll put the jig back on with a couple of clamps, and we'll use flush cut router to router the edges flush with the template, and then bam! Mortise tenon joints on a box beam. That tenon will go into that mortise and then get attached with some cleats, and then you'll have a faux pin that goes in those two holes right there, making it look like a mortise and tenon joint on the old box beams. So here's two beams. Let's show you how they go together. Right over here, this is where the joint is. So here's your mortise, here's your tenon, There's your peg holes. And oh, look at that. Now they're not lined up perfectly because the tables aren't the same height, but there you go. Pretty sweet. Got 4 there, 2 more there, some more there, some more over there, 16 altogether. Pretty sweet. Oh yeah. Well, like always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. We like making jigs anytime we're going to do something that's repetitive, and this was an awesome jig that made easy work of extending these beams to get the length that our client needed. So, pretty sweet. Do us a favor, if you enjoy our videos and you want to support us on the YouTube platform, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we post new videos. We really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.